Hello GSRA Fosters, my name is Chris Higginbotham and I'm the webmaster for GSRA. I decided to put this video together so I could help you be able to put your dog on the web and maybe make it a little bit easier for you. The first thing that you need to do to put your dog on the web for the very first time is to go to the GSRA website. Once you're on the website, you come down here to this bar and you click log in. If you do not have a login, you need to contact me and I will make sure you have that. If for any reason you ever lose your password, which happens every once in a while, if you will click unable to log in, type in your username or your email address in many cases, you will be able to reset your password. If that doesn't work for you, just contact me and I will reset it for you. So type in your username and password and click log in. Once there, you have access to all the foster information. So if you will scroll down and look on the left-hand side, you see foster information. If you click on that button and you cannot get to the page, you do need to contact me because your rights have not been set up properly. So click on this foster information. This page has a lot of information that's important to you. You have the application screener instructions. Those are just the instructions for the app screeners. The foster web instructions, just a PDF, and all of the forms that you need. Here are your foster documents. And if you scroll down, you will see you have the foster handbook and everything that you need to help you. I know this gets a little confusing. There's quite a bit of information. But here are links to all the paperwork that you will need when it comes time for your dog to be adopted. But we're going to look at the foster web instructions. So if I click here, this will take us to the form. Now you can get to the form two ways. This is the way that you get to it on the website. So here we have the foster web form, and it says this form should not be submitted until your foster has been in the rescue for 14 days. Please use that way. If you put your dog on the web before 14 days, you don't know everything about this animal. So it's important that you do follow that 14 days. If this is the first time your dog is going on the web, you click New Dog. Or if it's an update, you would click Update. You would update for foster home change, any information, you can update the information. The dog goes on trial, adopted, such as that. So let's just pretend this is a new dog. Okay. Let's say that you got a new dog from, I was fostering a dog and I transferred that dog to you. One of us would need to fill out this form, and it's okay if we both do it. Foster home change. Many times we have foster home changes, and these things happen, and there's people involved, but sometimes those of us working on the website don't get this information, so if you would let us know. Please include your dog's rescue ID number. If you do not know it, that's fine. We will make sure you have it. So put that if you know. Your name, your email address, and the name of the dog. Now we get to the status section. If this is a new dog and you're putting it up on the web and the dog is ready for adoption, please put available for adoption. If your dog is going on trial, you would click on trial, and after the trial period's over, you would fill out this form again to let us know the dog is adopted. We do not automatically change a dog from on trial to adopted. The reason is the trial may not have worked out and we are not privy to that information many times. So we need you to fill out this form again to tell us the dog is adopted. Now you do see there is a hold not ready for people to see on the web. Please don't use that by putting your dog up on the web a week early and asking us to hold and then put the dog on a certain date. The hold is to be used for reasons like your dog gets sick and has to have surgery and you want to take the dog off the web, personality changes, things that happen that you've decided this dog is not ready for adoption. You would fill out this form and mark the dog on hold. If it's a surgery that the dog has had and the vet has said, you know, after 2 weeks the dog can go up for adoption, you can put the date here. But you're going to have to let us know because this date is just for our notes. The web doesn't automatically make your dog available on that date. Microchip. This is very important. Do you know the microchip number? It's okay if you don't, but if you say I don't know or your dog doesn't have a microchip, that will prompt us to start doing some research to make sure we have that information. If you have the microchip number, please put it here with the name of the company, ACK, Home Again, anything like that. If your dog is going on trial, let us know the date of the trial. Then let us know the time period. Is it a 1-week trial, a 2-week trial, or have you worked out a special circumstances? This has happened before. The dog, you've picked the home the dog is going to go to, but the dog needs to go to through heartworm treatment. You decide to keep the dog for a month. Well, let us know. If you tell us that, we'll put a note on the web, and I won't email you asking, well, why is the dog still on trial after a month? So just give us that information. And then let us know the date the adoption is final. Anytime you fill out the paperwork for on trial or adopted, we need to know who the dog is going on trial with or adopted by. I know that when you fill out the form for on trial, you give us that information. I need you to put that name again. If you don't, we have to do some research before we can mark this dog as adopted, and it just takes more time. So if you could just help us with that and give us the name. When you're putting the dog on the web for the first time, if it's a mixed breed dog and you know the secondary breed, tell us. Let us know all this information. The rest of it is pretty self-explanatory. Just go ahead and fill that out to the best of your knowledge. Please don't skip the house training one. People want to know, yes, no, to be determined. We need to know if the dog is housebroken. The rest of it, as I said, self-explanatory. Your bio, please spell check. Double check your bio, make sure it makes sense. If you're wanting us to spell check it for you, let us know. But try to make sure that it's exactly how you want it on the web. If your dog has special needs, on medication, has special food, anything like that, can't be around female dogs, let us know in the special needs section. This section, are you missing any information? This is where you let us know if you need something as a foster home. You don't have some of the forms, you're not sure where to get them, you need some food, you need medication, let us know and we will get this information to the proper people. And then the final thing, attaching photos. You can only attach 4 photos to begin with, but once you get rights to the web page, you can upload as many photos as you want. All you need to do is click Browse, and then you find the picture, and you attach it just like you would in email. And finally, you hit Submit. If for some reason this Submit button is missing, please let us know. That means there's a technical difficulty. The other way to fill out the form is to use the web link that we've given you in the foster home instructions. You can click on that link. You notice that the form looks just a little bit different, but it's exactly the same information, and you would fill it out the same way. The other form that you need is the medical web form. You can locate that with the web address, or you can get it on the foster information page. The medical web form is very important, and you need to fill this out anytime you take your dog to the vet, the dog has surgery, the dog gets medication, gets a microchip, anything like that. But I think there's some confusion. Some people think that they have to fill out this entire form every time. This form is a duplicate. It looks like our database, so we have a lot of information for you to fill out. But you only need to fill out the new information that you're adding. We do need your email address. We need your dog ID number. We need the dog's name. And then the rest of the information, the first time you fill it out, please fill out the breed, the date entered the rescue if you know it, anything like that. So go ahead and fill out your foster name, your email address, and any information that you know. Now, let's say that you filled this out the first time. You take your dog to be spayed. You come back in, the only thing we need you to do is to give us your email, the dog's name, ID number if you have it, and then scroll down to the information that you are updating. So you just scroll down and enter that information only, and then submit the form. So you don't have to fill out the entire form every single time. Now you have rights to your dog's page once you've put the dog up. You can either continue using the form and we will update the dog's web for you, or you can do it yourself. Many people do like to do it themselves. So all you need to do is go to your dog's webpage, and I'm going to use Pretty Calliope as our sample. And once you're on Calliope's page, you can see all of her information. Notice the stuff in blue. People cannot see that. That is only for volunteers. So if someone has a login and they're a volunteer, meaning an app screener or a foster, they can see this information. No one else can see it. So you scroll down. Notice the very top line has the basic information: age, good with dogs, cats, older considerate children. Please don't ever take this header off. This is what shows up when people search for animals, and they like to know how old the animal is. Okay, so now it's time to edit. All you have to do is click this edit button. Okay, now you're in Calliope's webpage. So you can see the last people who made an edit. And you scroll down. Please do not change the status. This is only for those who have access to admin on the web. Please don't mark the dog pending, on trial, adopted. We need to do that on a different screen than this page. So if you need to change the dog's status, we need you to fill out the form. Okay. The things that you will probably be changing, you may change that the dog has been fixed. Let's say that you had no for kids when you first got the dog, but then realized that your dog is good with kids. You can change that information. Let's see. Then you come down to the bio. This is where most people make their changes. If you change any of this information, please change it on the header, but do not delete this header. And then go ahead and copy and paste your bio in this area. We like it to be size 14 font. People can see that better. If you look at that, it's not very user-friendly, so we like to make it size 14. Then if you need to add any special needs, that's fine. And right here, this is where we make notes as we send emails and things like that. Special list. Your dog has to be on a special list. We mark that when we first put the dog on the web, so we ask that you not mess with that area. Now if you want to add some additional pictures, or if you want to, you don't like this first picture and you want to set another one as your top picture, you can click Make First. You can upload a video or add a YouTube URL. Then once you're finished, you hit Save. Now if you're wanting to add additional pictures, meaning your dog already has the 4 pictures that you can put on the web form, if you click beside Edit, Pictures and Videos, this is where you can add additional pictures. So you would just come up here and say Upload Picture, Upload Video, URL, or Upload a Video. So if you click that, it will prompt this screen and you will browse just like before and add your picture to the web. So today I've shown you how to log into the website, how to fill out the web form, and remember you fill out the web form on 3 occasions at minimum. When you first add the dog to the web, when the dog goes on trial, when the dog is adopted. You can also fill out the web form to change the foster home name, or if you prefer not to update your dog yourself, you can fill out that form at any time and we will gladly take care of that for you. The other thing I showed you is how to edit your dog's web page if you choose to do that, how to add pictures, videos, and other information. Remind you that you always fill out the web form to change the dog's status to on trial, adopted, or hold, because we need to know that information. And also to make sure that you always keep this header information available so people can see it. That concludes our first tutorial on how to add your foster to the web. Please let me know if you have any questions. Again, my name is Chris Higginbotham, and this is my web address, or email address, I guess I should say. So if you have any questions, please email me. Thank you very much for listening to this video.